Hello everyone, it's Matthew here again for another video for you guys. And in this video, I'm not really gonna be going over much. I mean, there's really been nothing going on the past 2 days. So yeah, I'm gonna go over, and yes, before I say anything else, yes, I'm gonna tell that Throwback Thursday story. I'm gonna call it a Flashback Friday because it's Friday, duh. But yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to be telling the Flashback Friday story of, just the 7th grade. I mean, I've said it before. I'm going to be telling the story of the horrifying experience of 7th grade. So, yeah, I'll tell that later in the vlog. But first, I'm going to show you guys a little thing that I did with Project X. And you guys are probably thinking, Matthew, how many things have you been doing with this thing? You've just said this over and over and over again. But this time, this is going to look different. I'll check it out in a second. There it is. There it is. You're probably wondering, Matthew, you have got to stop doing this. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this is actually it right now. And I do have footage of me transforming it. This is the WCS Pro 2000. What I did with it, I basically added boosters. They're made of plastic, if you're wondering, a very hard plastic. If you look down the middle, there's the boosters, I call them. And all I did was just wrap the main part in orange, and I made it look like the Orion spacecraft. If you don't know what that is, search it up on YouTube. It's something that they launched, I think, last December or something. So yeah. Yeah, this is what it's looking like. The engine hasn't changed. This little gray thing, I showed you in the past video. This is the engine. That's where all the fuel will go. And in the boosters, I'm probably gonna fill the boosters, this part up to probably here. And yeah, everything under here is basic plastic except for this. This is the cardboard where the parachute is. This is all hard plastic. This is like that's kind of a aluminum kind of, but really I'm just gonna test it out to see how it works when it launches. So yeah, I'll show you the time-lapse footage in a second of me doing the makeover of the WCS Pro 2000. Okay, so by now you probably already saw the footage of me transforming the WCS Pro 2000 to the model that it already is. So yeah, now I'm going to tell you guys the story of 7th grade. And first off, this story is going to sound really creepy and all over the place. I'm just warning you right now. I mean, I'm not really too good at telling stories. I'm just giving you a little FYI. So yeah, I'm going to get a little closer to the camera. There we go. So yeah, it was last year at the end of August. I was getting ready for school, 7th grade. I was expecting, oh, everything's gonna go fine. I mean, another year of school. I mean, what the heck? What's gonna go wrong? So yeah, little did I know that I was about to experience the worst school year of my freaking life. Now, it was like early September. I had already met my teacher, all my classmates. I mean, there was really nothing different. No kids like left or joined or anything. So yeah, everything was going fine. And if you're wondering who our homeroom teacher was, this guy was called Mr. Jameson. Now, I clearly regret going to 7th grade, to be honest. But yeah, it was crazy. So, I had already met my teacher, Mr. Jameson, all the other teachers, science, social studies, math, and the math teacher was she was absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna go off topic about her. She's amazing. So yeah, and I mean everything was going fine in the first couple weeks of school. Nothing had gone really too wrong until like early October, November-ish. Then our class of 21 kids, yes, I have 21 kids in my class. Our class of 21 kids started to realize that Mr. Jameson was starting to turn into a freaking freak, legit. And I started to notice it over time. This guy, I swear, I mean, when he was teaching during class, he would go off topic so many times. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times he went off topic about things. He would spend a quarter of his time, like, teaching, like, English, barely English. It wasn't really even English. And he would spend, like, another, I don't know, minute, like, giving us a boatload of homework that was almost impossible to do. Everyone started, well, not complaining, but they got, like, all irritated with the homework. I was getting irritated, to be honest. So, yeah. And the other 75% of our time, he would just tell nonsense, okay? And what nonsense in the 7th grade world was just, like, off-topic stories about, like, old times. He would tell just the weirdest stories. I can't even remember them because he told so many off-topic stories. I mean, be like, remember the time, like, oh, I went on this boat trip. I mean, he would tell stuff like that. I mean, it was really ridiculous. And, I mean, the following day when we went through the homework, it wouldn't really make sense. Well, it did make sense at times, but at other times, I mean, it was absolutely crazy. So, yeah. And this guy, Mr. Jameson, he also had an anger issue, okay? And I don't just mean any anger issue. When this guy would get freaking frustrated, he would literally start banging on desks and flipping stuff. And, I mean, he would literally, here, I'll show you. I mean, he would make this sound. I mean, whenever he got agitated or the class just went out of control, he would do this. Like that. He would do that, like, so many times. It would be, like, absolutely crazy. And the whole class would just, like, be like, what the hell are you doing, boy? So, yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous. And this went on all year long. And it was absolutely crazy. I think a couple times when we were in other classes, when the 7th grade class was in, like, some other classes, like the science class or something, he would sometimes come in and literally start randomly yelling about us talking in the hallway. And I can admit it, our class is pretty talkative. I can tell you that up front right now. Our class is pretty talkative. Some students they don't really talk at all like me. Other students, no mean to offend you if you're watching this, but they are kind of talkative. So, yeah. And, yeah, I mean, it was just like that for the whole freaking school year. I mean, he barely taught us hardly anything, to be honest. And, yeah, he is currently now out of our school. He no longer teaches at my school, the school that I go to. Thank God, no offense. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm offending any of you. I'm probably not, but, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the story of 7th grade. It wasn't really too good. And if you're wondering how all the other teachers were, they were phenomenal. They weren't like Mr. Jameson or anything. It was ridiculous. I'm not gonna say their names out loud because of, personal preferences. You know what I mean? So yeah, that pretty much concludes it for my story. Okay, so I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here, folks. There's really nothing else to talk about as usual. So yeah, I hope you like the makeover of the WCS Pro 2000. I just covered it in paper, in orange paper. I hope you like it. Click like if you like the design of the WCS Pro 2000 right now. Added boosters, covered it in orange paper. I hope you like it. So yeah, I told my Flashback Friday story. I hope you love it. Click like if you like the story. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this video and want to see more, then like, subscribe, favorite, and that's pretty much it.